Please join me in welcoming to the stage Mr. David Mann.
Anybody here been misinterpreted in an email? You're talking about a fine conversation, and you say, and so what I'd like to talk about is on this piece of paper. And everybody goes, and then we continue talking about things that have nothing to do with this piece of paper at all. We're like, do you want some more coffee? Okay, yeah. Be aware that your body is sending messages you may or may not know about. Here's the news. Your head is on top of your body. With that inflection, who is she talking to? Her children. Who else might she be talking to with that inflection? Listen to me. Her husband. And what's going to happen to husband? Nothing good is going to happen to husband after that inflection. And if we want to have an authentic community connection, we better start at home. Do you sound like an authority on the subject when you do that? How many of you do this? This is shoulders at 8:30 in the morning. This is shoulders at 11 o'clock. This is shoulders at 2:30. And this is shoulders driving home. And if you feel comfortable doing this kind of thing in a room full of your peers, go ahead and do that. Here's a good example I think everybody can relate to. I was on a plane recently. You know the announcements they give you on the plane? You know that? When it comes out, it goes like this. Welcome everybody to walk runway, taxiing in northwesterly. Thank you very much. Right? That's the pilot. And then you have the flight attendant who goes on there. And everybody is on overhead compartments. And single file. Welcome to Houston. So what difference does it make what she said? We've all been there. If the bridge is not worked on, the whole thing breaks down, and we don't have any connection of any kind. It all starts with these bridges of connection, these bridges of communication that we use when we connect to people in any level, whether it's personal or professional. Everything starts with some act of communication. And I'm big on live communication. I think it's wonderful to have email and contact people via LinkedIn and these kinds of things, but eventually you got to sit down face to face and actually talk to somebody in person, right? And when that happens, when you sit down and talk to somebody in person, a whole bunch of dynamics are happening between you that are really important. So what I'm going to talk about here over the next little bit of time is looking at what happens in that act of communication. What is it? What's going on in that? And how can you learn to recognize it, be aware of it, and actually manage it so that what you communicate is what you mean to communicate. And that you can communicate what you mean over and over again in a repetitive way if you need to, and it's sincere every single time. All right, here's another secret I'm going to share with you today. Don't you love statements like this? There are two kinds of people in the world. Two, that's it. Dogs and cats when it comes to communication. That's it. Dogs and cats. I've simplified all of the Myers-Briggs, all of the insights, all of that, where you end up with 55 different kinds of people. I say, no, let's just go with two. The fun thing and the important thing is to know who you are and then be able to recognize who the other person is. Dogs are the people that are like this. Oh, I got something to say. I got something. Can I say? I got something to say. I got this thing that I got to say. No, wait. I know we had an agenda today, but I got this thing I really want to say. Okay, it's really important, and I'm going to say it now. Okay, is that all right? Okay, all right. Okay. I said it. Great. Oh, there's another thing, and they go on like this, and they kind of can kind of dominate the proceedings. The thing about the dogs is, yeah, there's a lot of energy there. You know where you stand with them. And they are open and transparent because they are absolutely saying whatever is in their mind comes out of their mouth. There's no filter. It just comes right out. So there's no mystery. And of course, the downside is they can seem a little needy, can waste a little time, and might come across as being domineering because of this sort of slight disrespect for the rules. The other type is the cat. And you all know these people too. They are like, I am patiently waiting my turn to speak so that I can say the very precise thing that I've worked out to say. It will be accurate and verifiable. You can look it up. Right? Those are the cats. And they do just that. They wait to speak because they have it worked out. They know what they're going to say, and they're very respectful of time at a meeting. They are very, very precise, and they do have backup for what they say. Of course, the downside is you always wonder, do they hate me? What's the problem? Why are they acting like that? I wish they would open up more, right? So if you get dogs and cats together, there's an uncomfortable mix sometimes. If you get cats with cats and dogs with dogs, there tends not to be. The dogs may beat each other up. The cats may all sit in silence. But everybody's happy. You get dogs and cats, it's when you start to have misunderstandings of why does she just not talk to me? Why doesn't she talk to me? You know? Or the other side, why does he keep talking all the time, all the time, all the time? We are on a timeline. It's all a bridge. We're all standing on islands. We need to bridge to each other to make connections, join groups, make the pie bigger. You might even save the country doing it, like Paul Revere. So join together, make connections, build bridges, and you never know where they might lead. Thank you very much.